like illuminated
I'm
your
I'm
face.
stealth about it. That's
You're so clutch. So clutch. All right, we're live on the YouTube. Guys, we're back.
we're
We're back.
back.
We're
We're
back.
back. Yeah, we're back.
We're back from a commercial break. Okay, so we left off where R2 saved the day and basically shut down all the garbage compactors. No, he shut down all the world devastators. Okay, so they're like, yay! And then Leia, jeez. And Han.
Your inner Tarkin tonight.
That's right.
Doesn't he call her Princess Leia?
Princess Leia.
Yeah.
Princess Leia studies the holocron and sees an old prophecy about a pregnant woman coming to save the Jedi from doom.
What?
At the same time, a small Imperial fleet led by the massive flagship Eclipse appears over Dasuka. The Emperor demands that the Alliance surrenders Leia to him and Luke. Leia travels on her own and appeals to Luke to break away from the Emperor. Palpatine creates a large force storm to destroy the rebel fleet, but Leia and Luke work together to amplify the storm beyond the Emperor's power and turn it against them. The siblings escape the Doom warship as Luke sees the last remnants of the Eclipse being vaporized. He declares the Jedi Knights will rise again. That is Dark Empire 1.
This all sounds a little familiar. Just saying.
I know.
Just saying.
I know. But not, I mean, it's kind of a cool, like, this is a very cool concept. Like, you have Luke, everything's great, you just defeated Thrawn, and now the Emperor's back, but he's a clone, which makes it even creepier, you know, that somehow he can, like, and it's like, that's where I get so disappointed in the Rise of Skywalker, because I'm like, this was done better in a comic book. But anyways, it's cool, and it shows what I like about this too. What's really cool is Leia is up front with her force powers. Like, she is more in sync with that force stuff, you know, which I really like. I like it. And so, but I like this kind of, like, again, the redemption arc is a very cool thing in Star Wars, and it continues here, where now you see Luke turning to the dark side. And it's like, oof, we need you, boy. Yeah. So that's the Dark Empire. Now, this trilogy does continue with Dark Empire 2. It's pretty this one's a little bit longer in the tooth, but we'll try to do the Cliff Notes version here. I'm not going to go through everything. But okay, so Emperor, he gone. See you later, bro. Yeah. He gone. All right, so essentially, okay, so this one the Emperor's Dark Side Executor. This is a great name. Emperor's Dark Side Executor Sidrus leads the force to subdue the planet. Blah blah blah. Sidrus returns to Biss, where he kills 2 dark side adepts who've been killing other clones of the Empire Palpatine that Luke's missed. Oops! We got too many clones! Palpatine's got so many clones. Palpatine possesses 1 clone to Sidrus' surprise and orders the Imperial offensive to continue. He's alive again! So, essentially here, this is kind of cool too. Luke Skywalker returns and is basically establishing a Jedi Order, which, again, is a big theme. You know, we see this before, or we've seen this again with, you know, Luke kind of starting that. So then the Rebel Command. Okay, so then let's see here. There is Alliance Commandos accepts Wedge Antilles. Love that guy. Suggestion of intercepting the shipment for a surgical strike using the droids with rebel commandos in attack. Although Luke presses for liberating more worlds to provide more staging areas for an all-out attack on Biss. Now they're going hard on Biss. They're like, we're getting these guys. Mon Mothma, love her too, asks him to concentrate on rebuilding the Jedi Order instead. The Jedi Holocron educates Luke about the planet Ossus, a former Jedi populated world destroyed by the Sith thousands of years ago. Okay. So he goes there. Han, Leia, Chewie fly back to Nar Shaddaa to find Vima Baba Bada. Jeez. At least Vima Daboda. At least where Leia's Lassar, however, Vima was disappeared, and every bounty hunter on the moon is still out for them, including Boba Fett, as well as the Imperial forces led by 2 dark side elites. Okay, so this is kind of, I'm gonna say it. It's kind of like some acolytes. Like this is like, they're dark side. They're not saying Jedi and they're not saying Sith, but they are attuned to the dark side. So they're saying dark side elites. Okay. Leia successfully fetches Vima after flying the deep reaches of Nar Shaddaa. Okay. So Fett, back in his old ship, Slave One, chases Millennium Falcon into a nearby acidic gas cloud. Han takes the risk and flies in the cloud, surprising to appear on the other side and stumbling onto a long-lost world of Ganath. Oh my gosh. The Ganathian engineers repair the Falcon and equip it with lightning cannon, which while team meets Ganther's rulers. Oh, I'm not even going to say that guy's name. It's Empajoas Brand, a veteran Jedi who survived. I love this. We keep on finding Jedi that survived the Purge. Yes. Inspired by the possibility of Jedi rebirth, Brand joins Han's party while leaving Ganath in the hands of the military office. Han takes out Fett and heads to a secret hideout on New Alderaan. Where Han and Leia's twin children are under care. Yes, she has twins with a third in the oven. The third one's in the oven. Luke, I believe again that's where that's Jason and Jaina and
Jaina and then
Anakin. Yes. Yeah. So okay, so Luke and Cam, who this Cam guy is, but who cares? They fly to Oz and they fight off some people. Yassian chief, and having known about the trip, Palpatine orders Sidris and his fellow dark side elites to capture them. Okay. To everybody's surprise, the tree. All right, so hold on one second. But Sidra takes one of Yasin and Hazar and leans against a tree. To everybody's surprise, the tree is a millennium-old Nettie Jedi Master named Ood Banar.
The tree?
So we got Jedi Ents going on over here, people. Who wraps Sidra in a feral embrace, and they die in an explosion of force energy. So he sacrificed the tree, sacrificed himself. Banar's heroic sacrifice leaves a part of him in the soil, and the hole underneath his location reveals an old cache of lightsabers. Luke successfully discovers an old Jedi library. So it's happening. It's all happening. Lando's leading a rebel, and Lando's being Lando. He's leading into the abyss and starts attacking these Viper droids. The Vipers, which are attuned against enemy attacks, cut to shred under monsters mauling. Oh my gosh. Because why would Emperor Palpatine not have some monsters, So They get shredded. Okay. A new Alderaan. Leia prepares her birth for the third child as Han and Chewie attempt to rendezvous with Lando's group. Luke's party arrives with grim news. He reached Da Suka to see a large missile appear and destroy the planet. What? This is crazy. With the Rebel Alliance command presumably killed, he uses the time to train the Yasana siblings as Cam and Empa Toa Joa, whatever his name is, practice their Jedi skills as well. Unknown to them, Palpatine's dark side elites have tortured Rebel planet, revealing the location of New Alderaan. Ooh. Palpatine sees this opportunity to capture the Skywalker siblings and Leia's offspring in one fell swoop. You creepy creepazoid. You're baby snatcher. The Darksiders attempt to poison Luke, but VM saves him, and the entire summit goes into action to fight the Imperials, who have deployed AT-ATs as backup. Oh, gosh, it's a fever dream. In the course of fighting, Jem is killed, and Raph saves Leia twins from being kidnapped. The Millennium Falcon and Lando forces arrive and defeat the Imperial assault. Evacuate the New Alderaan survivors. The rebels locate the space station on Nepis 8, where they discover that the Alliance has evacuated Pinnacle Base before it was destroyed. On Nepis 8, Han and Leia's son, Anakin, named after his deceased grandfather, is born, and the Alliance plots the final destruction of the Empire. Dun, dun, dun. Man, we had Jedi Treants and one more clone. Okay, so this Emperor's yeah. Well. All right, so last one, Emperor's End.
So
yeah.
So because there's a lot going on here, right?
right.
So like Palpatine, he basically just makes a whole bunch of clones of himself. And
yes.
every time one of them is destroyed, he's just like, "Ha, joke's on you! I got another one."
Yeah, the princess in another castle, man. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but I think, but if I remember correctly, like some of them are more adept to the Force than others, so it's not like they're just a complete clone of them. They need a little time. They're not the best. Yeah, so. And that's somewhat alluded to in Rise of Skywalker, where they've been trying to do it, and this is about as best as they can get. And it looks,
you see like the weird, creepy.
Yeah, exactly. Again, and maybe we got Snoke from there. We'll never know because they don't even know. Yeah, they don't even know.
What else would that be?
I agree. No? I agree. Yeah. All right, here we go. Empire's End. This is much shorter. And it's in the title. It's in the title. Okay. After perishing the battle with Luke and Leia in Dark Empire 1, Emperor Palpatine is forced to occupy an inferior clone body. See? Since it was the last clone body that remained, unknown to him, his personal physician has been corrupted by... physician? Doctor.
Physician.
Are you my clone doctor? Palpatine, have you take your cholesterol medicine today?
Like he doesn't go to the community, Medicare doctor. It's his personal physician. Yeah.
Like it's just like I know it is funny. I was like, personal physician has been corrupted by Karnor Jax, backed by a number of other high-ranking Imperial personnel. I don't know who this guy is. I'm not clicking on the link. I can't. The physician has deliberately inserted genetic material and contaminants to all stored samples of the Emperor's original body. To the effect, resulting bodies would nowhere as resistant to ravaging effects of the dark side as the original.
So they tampered with it.
His personal physician tampered with his clone bodies.
He's like, bro, this guy's out of control. We gotta do something.
See, it's interesting here, and I like what it says here to the fact that the resulting bodies would be nowhere as resistant to the ravaging effects of the dark side as original. And I fully believe that too. Like if you look at like that switch from again, now we're going into the future of like what we saw with George's vision, but like Palpatine's a normal dude. Like he's a normal dude. He looks fine. Everything's great. But when Mace and him have that fight, it's almost like yes, it's somewhat lightning damage, but it's almost like his true self comes out of that.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not just lightning damage. It's like the evil is just like over consuming him, and he's a good looking guy. Not after that dark side battle. He creepazoid.
Lightning damage and psychic damage.
Right.
D&D.
D&D. Right. So I like the idea of like Palpatine is uniquely like the corruption is there, you know, harnessing that dark side. And so his personal physician messing with that stuff, man. All right. The last clone body not destroyed by Skywalker or the traitorous Imperials are now aging rapidly. This is another thing that they did continue in Legends lore, which I really, really do. And it is kind of explored in Clone Wars a little bit as well. As you know, clones are flashed and basically they're babies, but they're adults, right? So but they don't live long. And that's also something that is that thread is here in Dark Empire, which I really like. So it's basically saying, unless you fix the genetic code, these bodies will die sooner than later, which I like. And there's a whole thing with Boba Fett. Because he's a clone of the original, he doesn't age as quickly, but he's still deteriorating because he is a clone. So he's always he's trying to find basically genetic stuff to try to keep him alive, because his body's falling apart too, that's a super cool kind of thread that I just love, because like I just love the idea of like cloning is not natural, and therefore there's problems with it once you go down that path, so
yeah,
I just like it. Okay, the Palpatine's final end is near, unless he can either fix his genetic material, an impossibility since no unaltered samples remain, or insert his spirit into another body. Okay. After consulting with his personal physician, consulting with ancient Sith Lords on the Mausoleum planet Korriban. All right. Korriban is a legit dark side world that Dark Horse has used multiple times in their stories. And Korriban is like the cool kids version of Exegol, dude. It's like an ancient tomb of all Sith Lords. It's like super creepazoid.
My question.
Yes.
Why couldn't they just I don't understand it. Why couldn't they just use the same name?
It's almost but to me it's the same thing with the stupid Wayfinder. That thing is a holocron. Why can't you just call it a holocron? It blows my mind.
That has a GPS phone.
That you just plug into your TIE fighter.
Yeah, it's like you plug your phone into your car and you get your GPS.
Sir, this does not have a USB-C connection. Just jam it in there. It's gonna work. Oh, okay. Here we go. Now this is where it gets creepy. Palpatine learns that Han and Leia's youngest child, Anakin, has the only workable body. So I'm assuming, I can't remember the details, but maybe it's just genetics. It lines up really good. Like, hey, it's in the gene pool. All right. So Palpatine follows Solos to Onderon in order to gain a new body, ensures future of his rule. Sounds familiar. A fierce duel occurs between Luke Skywalker and his Jedi team and Palpatine. Finally, Han Solo wrongly shoots the Emperor, allowing him to be out of his physical form to get what he wanted, Anakin's body. He desperately tries to send a spirit into the infant Anakin. Creepy! But he is blocked by the soul of the Jedi Empatoa Joas Brand, who makes an ultimate sacrifice and willing, sending his eternal soul into the madness beyond death. That is the dark side, to ensure Palpatine would go as well and can never return. Luke then vows to revive the Jedi Order after the death of Palpatine. A projectile from the galaxy gun is shot into the abyss. I don't even know what the galaxy gun is, but it sounds big and ominous, since the crew were frightened by the potential collision and also misfired, utterly destroying Abyss, destroying the second Ellipse-class Star Destroyer, Ellipse 2, because, again, the Empire likes to repeat things. It's just, hey, let's just build it again. Which was steered into a collision course with the Galaxy Gun by none other than R2-D2, thus ending the Emperor's harsh rule. What do you think of all this mess, Carla? What do you think?
It's a lot.
There's a lot going on here.
Yeah. This is all in a comic series?
Yes. I think this reads better as a comic. Like, again, I'm taking big chunks of things, but this is from Wikipedia. But I mean, this to me, like, okay, so this is what it says. It says, although, along with Timothy Zahn's book, Dark Empire is credited with sustaining the profitability of Star Wars during the 90s. By the end of the decade, it sold over 100,000 copies. So Kenner released action figures based on Luke, Leia, Palpatine, and Imperial Sentinel, originally intended to be a new character called Atha Prime for Kenner's aborted 1984 Power of the Force line toys. Case of each of the figures folded out to 3D backdrops based on the comics. Yes, these things are legit, man.
Oh, look at these action figures.
They're pretty cool, man. I got them over here. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
This is live podcasting, people. This is what we're doing. Okay. First up is Luke. All right. So Luke has let me throw it up there. Okay. So he's very dark. He's got like these dark blue thing, and he's got a pistol. You got to have a pistol. But yeah, like he's just really all in black, but he's got like a high cowl, very similar to, it's very dark side, Short sleeves, though, with the long sleeve, like a short. Short, like the cloak is short. Like it's cut. And then he's got like these cool kind of wrappings on his thing. So that's Dark Side Luke, man. And I got him on my shirt right here. See? Twins. So, okay. So next up, here's Emperor Palpatine. He is, let me see, right there. He creepy, man. Yeah, he creepy. So this is clone body, and he's got this kind of cool cloak looking thing. Again, same kind of high cowl looking thing, which is kind of cool, So got that. All right. Then you got Leia, which is cool. She's got this cool, like, straight, but she looks like a dude. Like, so she's got these straight black hair, but look at the face. It's kind of duty, He's got kind of manly.
But the black capes.
they like the black. But here's a cool. This is kind of a cool. Like she's in this kind of cool brown, like a brown vest or
And her saber is orange.
Orange.
Huh.
Aren't you good? Yeah. So that's that. And then this is the what is this guy called? This is Atha Prime. These are like the Sentinel. This will remind you of
Oh.
Battlefront 2 with the like the weird Palpatine clone looking thing. But yeah, this guy
It looks
kind of like it.
It looks
like
like
a-
Star Wars meets Power Rangers or something.
Yes. Yeah. So he's got and he's similar to the Imperial Guard where he has like no feet, like with the pegs. He's just like a
Yeah,
base. He's like, I don't need any feet. But yeah, it's kind of like it's almost like an Imperial, like a cool kind of Imperial Guard type looking thing. So there you go. That's the Dark Empire. All right. So it definitely this is expanded the universe, and like I was eating this like cotton candy, man. Just give me everything you got on this. There's a lot of cool Dave Dorman. He's an artist. He did a lot of covers for them back in the day. But really, the two things that are kind of very ironic, and we brought this up, is like they brought back Palpatine via cloning, which is straight up Rise of Skywalker.
Yes.
Like straight up. They're like, we kind of did this before, so let's just do it again. And we have essentially Boba Fett surviving the Sarlacc pit, which was huge for me. I was like, oh yeah, Boba Fett's back, baby. But that's also what we got to see essentially in Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't see something like this translating to a film per se.
Yeah,
Completely, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously, with like books and comic books, there's a lot more that you can.
Yeah.
You know, put into a story.
Right.
But like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I get Disney's like, oh, everyone's mad because we, took away the Legends stuff, and they're trying to like sprinkle it back in. But I don't know, it's just like it's not really working.
Yeah. I mean, there is a lot going on with this series, but again, coming like if we have like all this historical reference now, but back then, I mean, this is as fresh as you can get because it's like you have Luke almost turning back to the dark side, Leia saving him. It's super cool. It's super cool. Dark Horse did another series, which is really a really good series. I think it's called Infinities or and it's basically Luke, if it's kind of a what if thing, and what if Luke didn't destroy the Death Star? And then and then Leia takes the mantle and not Luke, which is so it's kind of cool. That's another kind of cool series that Dark Horse did. But back to Dark Empire. I mean, it's fresh. It definitely in the dark ages of not knowing if this is going to be another Star Wars. This was legit. It was like, oh my gosh, this is great. We got some cool stuff going on. Again, Cam Kennedy, who drew most of it, the art is really good in this, and it's just it's fun. It's just fresh Star Wars, even though the plot's a little crazy and Boba Fett or Emperor Palpatine trying to steal babies and get into, but they introduce the other thing is they're introducing the twins that Han and Leia have, and a third with Anakin, which is kind of cool. And again, if you follow the bouncing ball, Luke and Mara have a baby, and their baby name is Ben. So it's like, it's pretty much like Disney was like, we got this.
And grabs of things.
We got this whole buffet of this sacred EU. We're just gonna rip some of the stuff, but then not fully plot it out either. But what do I know? So there you have it, man. That is the Dark Empire. So it's really that's 14 comics essentially. So of course you can get it now in a nice little omnibus trilogy thing. So
Or your like Kindle.
your Kindle.
Or your iPad.
Yeah, that's right.
Book app, right?
There is, yeah.
You can buy
Yeah.
comics.
You can like flip the screen and that's cool. I mean, that's what they do on the iPad. It's pretty cool. But yeah, it's just all I can think about too is like, again, if you don't have that historical context, it's like, oh well, Disney came up with this. No, they didn't come up with this. Like, this stuff has been around for a long time. So especially I like the cloning stuff. I like the idea of Palpatine not being able to like maintain his clone body because of how evil he is. I just love all that little nuanced stuff. So that is the Dark Empire, people.
Oh.
Yes. So hopefully Legends, you like Legends lore. We could do a little bit more. There's a lot of crazy stuff in Legends, even more crazier than Palpatine trying to steal Anakin baby thing. So, all right, let us move on to news of the week.
All right.
You ready?
Let's do it. First up, remember Space Pirates? We were talking about that.
I do.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
this comes from entertainmentweekly.com. Star Wars Skeleton Crew
Holla.
exclusive photos reveal Jaleel White as a space pirate.
What? Urkel's a space pirate? Okay.
Yeah, so if you don't know,
Let's hear it.
Star Wars Skeleton Crew
Mhm.
is the next in queue, right, of
Yeah.
Star Wars television series to release.
Yep.
And it's
Yep.
going to be based around 4 children who discover a secret and then get into a series of adventures as they attempt to find their way back to their home planet, aka Goonies in space.
Goonies in space.
But their journey will pit them against some fearsome foes, namely pirates. Space
Pirates. All right. Hold
Um,
on. This photo.
I mean, it's pretty cool.
This
And
photo
what's
is
cool is like we have more aliens than like humans. I'm digging it.
okay.
It
So
is
yeah. So Vane Marty Motulis, he's in Mando. This guy is a returning Nikto.
Is that the Nikto? Okay.
Yeah, this guy's a Mando. That's the same guy.
Okay.
Now Gunter Jaleel White, Urkel here, he looks like a young man's version of like Saw Gerrera.
Wait, is he like a Lobot type of?
He if you look at his character, he kind of looks like a Lobot guy. He's definitely part cyborg.
Yeah, for sure.
I haven't seen him in a long time. I just can't. He's still Urkel to me, but I'm hoping he can pull this off.
Yeah.
Now here's the man of the hour. I love this name, Brutus.
Now, is this a?
Okay, we gotta. Is this a Defil or Shiverance? Shiv something. Help me out. It's Shiv something. It's I don't think. I think this is the second one, not our boy, our Defel boy.
Shistavanen.
Shistavanen. Yes. Look at it's the excessiveness of the 3 blaster bolts in the front bandolier is like, I am all for that. That's like, and this is the character that was featured at D23. So this is the guy. I'm assuming Pax is the Riris with the 3-eye. But here's the great thing about the 1 eye is missing, and he has a pirate patch. People, this is the details we need in Star Wars. Like somebody cut off his eye stalks, people. Because I had to look again and like, is that a patch I'm seeing? It is. Gosh, I love this shot.
And who was the other one?
Well, I guess.
Child?
So, I mean, there's some thug, Nikto, nice looking Space Guerrera, Brutus the Barber Beefcake guy here, and Pax, which I'm assuming this, and this, I guess this guy's getting credit here. Because there's another guy behind him. There's like another little thug guy over here.
But there's someone all the way to the right, too.
Yeah, and yes, exactly. I'm sure.
It's a bunch of slimy pirates.
Trying to get those kids! Those meddling kids! I'm all for it, dude. I just love that. Brutus is like my favorite new guy. I just love Brutus. I just love him. There's one more picture, is there? Let me see. Oh yeah, there's one more picture.
Yes.
Jude the dude. Look. No, they're the kids in the background. Yeah. All right, I'm checking out. Okay. Are you noticing that these blasters are like is this like Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah.
I do like his jacket there. Another duster. Another duster. A big. That's He's almost got. It's like a combination of Han Solo and Lando because that top is very
Han Solo.
But the chest hair, it's Lando to me. It's a Lando kind of vibe with the duster of like Han Solo.
Yeah, that's true.
But man, these blasters are throwing me off, man.
Yeah. Interesting choice. Like
I'm wondering too if it's maybe Outer Rim. I don't know. I don't want to dig too much into it, but maybe it's like can't get the good blasters, so we gotta like in Star Wars they're called slug throwers, which are more
okay, yeah.
Right? So maybe these are slug throwers versus blasters?
Maybe.
I don't know.
They're small though. Aren't
they're small.
A little bigger?
Slug throwers are a little bit historically bigger, but
isn't that what Bosk carries?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. It's interesting. I'm here for it. Let's do it.
We'll see.
But Jude's name is awesome. Jad Nawud.
Yeah.
Jad Nawud. Oh man. But don't get me started on Neil again. Neil stole my heart. And Brutus is right next to him. Brutus. All right, so there you go. That's exciting. What else do we got
December
here?
3rd, people. is when this
December
comes.
3rd.
So, all right. Next up, Polygon.com. Star Wars Jedi threequel coming. Does this mean Cal Kestis must die?
Oh,
What? Hold up. What are they even talking about? Okay. So we have the two Star Wars Jedi games, as they call them. So Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. And I think they confirmed there was already going to be a number 3, right?
right. Recently, like it came out that it's happening. So this is fresh. I mean, it was very much alluded to. I mean, it was very much alluded to.
Yeah.
You know.
And it will be number 3, but it will be the final of these games, which is sad because it seems like this is like the one thing that they've done with the video games that has actually been successful.
Dude, it's so good. That story, Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order. This Jedi Survivor,
So good. Yeah.
The kiss, oh, so Hollywood. Yeah.
So, I mean, will Cal die? I mean, first of all, talk about being like pessimistic and like doomsday. Like,
I
maybe
mean,
he doesn't die. Maybe he just like lives the rest of his life out in the galaxy. Why y'all gonna be so negative, man?
I mean, again, you know, plot convenience. It's like, well, yeah, here's another Jedi Survivor. I mean, they were doing it. They were doing that in Dark Horse, and they did that in, in Star Wars in canon here, where it's like they couldn't get them all, and I think that's realistic because it's like, yeah, they're not all at the temple; they're around the galaxy. So as soon as the orders are down, like we out, you know, and. I like Cal. I like his story of him hiding and coming out of the shadows and stuff like that. Doesn't mean that he has to die per se, but
that's what I mean. Like,
I know Polygon's just really coming at it. Yeah,
not have the characters croak. Jeez.
Yeah, right. What do you think this is? Rogue One?
But that made sense for the story, right? So unless it like really makes sense for the story,
yeah.
And if he doesn't die, then that doesn't mean we have to see him show up somewhere else. Although it would be cool, but we don't have to see him.
Dude. Well, okay, so like remember Mando days where, who's the Jedi that's gonna show up, Dude, I was betting hard on Cal. I'm like, come on, Cal Kestis, this would be great. But I still cried when it was Luke, so it was fine. Yeah. I would have cried regardless.
I still cry now when I like rewatch it. Forget it. Yeah. So
forget about it.
So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, he might die, he might not,
Already, they're like in this article, I wonder if he will die in this one. To which my other coworker responded, I wonder which Disney Plus show he will have a cameo in. It's just like, or we can just like leave it be,
Yeah. I think this is but what's the guy that plays him?
Cameron Monaghan.
Yeah, that dude's a nice guy.
Most mellow human being I've ever met in my life.
What's up, people?
He was a gentle ginger.
A gentle ginger. I love it.
Yeah, like he shook my hand. It was like, it was just like, I was like, I felt like I was gonna break his hand. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
All right, we saved the best for last. Let's go.
We did. All right. I hope you guys
Uh,
have been
Everyone, sit down right now.
saving
Like,
your coins
yeah.
because Lego knocks
Uh-huh.
it out of the freaking park as always.
Uh-huh.
Set sail for the Great Pit of Carcoon. The
Ooh.
Lego Star Wars Jabba sail barge. People, if you haven't seen this yet, it's fantastic. That's all I'm gonna say. It's
Yeah.
fan freaking tastic.
This thing
I always
is
say-
just
I'm so glad I don't have the money or the
Yeah.
space for Lego because
Yeah.
that would probably be a serious problem. But yeah, this is a honkin' set we've got
Mm.
here. So you've got, let's see, it's part of the Ultimate Collector series.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm looking for.
Hold on. Okay.
It comes with 11 mini characters: Jabba the Hutt, Princess
Mhm.
Leia,
Mm-hmm.
Fortuna,
Mhm.
our boy Max Rebo,
Max Rebo!
with his Red Ball Jet organ.
Oh gosh.
Oh, yes. Who else we got? Kibaka.
Salacious B. Crumb.
They got Salacious. They got Vizom. Woof. Whoever that is. A fierce Gamorrean guard, apparently.
Fun.
And R2D2. With
with drinks.
with cocktails. Yes.
Gosh.
So, apparently,
Golly gee.
Max Rebo is like a rarity with the Lego minis, so this is like a big
Yes.
deal. The entire top deck has
Yeah.
several features like hatches,
Okay.
stairs, cannons, blasters, and of course, the huge textile sails that give the barge its iconic.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, they're building this, right? Like, there's pictures of them building this, and like the inside is off the chain. Like,
Who
inside is nuts.
who's wearing this turtleneck sweater though? These guys, who are these people?
I don't know. Some Scandinavian person. Right? Is that where
Yes.
Lego's from? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to let's see, pre-order. You can pre-order it now.
Oh
It's available
boy.
October 6th and on sale to Lego Insiders October 3rd, excuse me.
Excuse you. What
And
the
wait, I'm
heck?
trying to find. Oh, here we go. So apparently there's like little like hidden gems that they don't want to spoil, so you'll have to find out if you buy this thing. Hidden Easter eggs in this. Ready for this? Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
3,942 pieces. And 30 inches. Crazy. Crazy.
It was a
Like,
great set.
They have the freaking kitchen inside of it. Like the
Right.
kitchen is there.
the
It's
the
nuts.
kitchen's there.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Like, yeah. If
I would literally like. How much is this thing though? Did we check this out? Let's just go.
Let's look at that price tag. Let's see.
Oh, golly gee.
Woo! Woo!
Golly. Guys, when we're saying save your pennies,
Dang.
$499.
It's $500.
You roll out of that. That's like $520.
$500.
That's $525. You're
With, like taxes and all that.
yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Oh gosh, is Max Rebo worth $525?
Oh, yeah, he is.
I would fight for Max Rebo. Golly, though.
Yeah, this is great. I like the
5.
the
It-
sales.
yeah. And again, this gives me original Lego Star Wars
Yeah.
2 vibes, you know, with R2 and the cocktail. I
The
just
kitchen has like chicken on the wall and stuff.
uh,
Oh, because it's I see. Okay, okay. And they have like recipes.
yeah,
Yo, this is wild.
this is legit.
It really is. Oh, Leia's got
God.
the turret.
Can we do like a GoFundMe thing to
Yeah, right.
so we can like do a live build of this or something?
Got
I
the
don't know, man.
jail.
That's I mean to me that's the best thing about Lego is just building it and just finding all those nooks and crannies and just all the kind of little crazy details.
The engineering is
It's
top notch.
top notch.
It's really cool.
Oh man. Okay. I love you, Max. I don't
Good
know
one,
if I
Lego. Good one.
you got me, Lego. You got
You
me.
got me. You got
You
me.
got me.
You got me sad because I can't buy it.
Right. And it's October. It's not even like I can't even prepare. I can't even like prepare for this. Like if you gave me like a year or something, be like, hey, this is coming out, man.
Yeah.
All right. Is that Carla? Is that all the news fit to print?
That is all the news fit to print.
All right. Let's move on to Katina Chat. It's part of the show where we're talking about everything geeky, weird in our lives. Carla, what is geeky and weird in your life?
Since last week, not really much to be honest. I'm upgrading my phone to the new iPhone, so I'm excited about that. I
Oh.
still have an 11.
Mhm.
iPhone 11. Like, I'm not one of those people who's like, I gotta have the latest and greatest every
Right.
year, right?
Right. Mhm.
So I've had my phone since 2021, and I'm gonna be joining Brian's plan. So
Uh-huh.
in doing so, when we went, they were like, "Hey, by the way, the iPhone 16 pre-order is starting, so we got a pretty good deal for upgrades."
Nice.
So
Nice.
we should be going to get that. I think this weekend.
It comes out this weekend?
I think yeah. Like
Oh.
tomorrow it drops actually.
Oh.
We pre-ordered everything, so we're good. We're set.
You're good.
Yeah. So upgrading my phone.
That's big.
I watched Rings of Power. I'm staying up to date with it.
Oh, okay. I have watched a couple.
Okay. You're not up to speed though.
I'm not up to speed. I just finished the episode where the eagle showed up.
Yeah. I don't know.
So here, okay. Here's my thing with this. So most TV shows have like I kind of go to the staples, right? So like Game of Thrones, there's always a couple things going on, but I feel like they're trying to do that, but they're not doing it very well. Like they're trying, because like there's the part with the girls and Gandalf or the Starman guy, like okay, there's that plot, and there's the plot with the blind black girl, and then there's the plot with the dwarves. Yeah, and then there's a plot with the
elves.
the dark elf guy and the yeah.
I don't know.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty, but it looks good, but
there's no like don't know. It's very hard for me because the Peter Jackson's original trilogy. We're not
Right.
talking about The Hobbit.
Right.
The original trilogy. Because, like, this show, right? They took, because the Tolkien estate told them, you can't pull directly, right? Like,
Right.
you can reference from the index of the
Yeah.
works, right?
Right.
So I will give Amazon is that they're working with what they were told they could work with.
Right. They're right. They're limiting the source material very
Right.
much. Yes.
Which has changed slightly in the second season because there's certain things in the second season that are directly from like his works. So maybe they're like loosening the,
yeah,
the chain a little bit, but I just like, because Peter Jackson, right? Like, he changed things.
yeah.
I mean, Tolkien built such a
Rich,
rich, immersive world. There's no
Right.
way you could possibly encompass all of it in a TV show or a film, right?
No.
So, like,
No.
Peter Jackson did things that pissed off like book readers. There are
Sure.
people who are like
Yeah.
avid book Tolkien.
This is
like,
not what Tolkien wrote. Yeah.
So, but for me, because the films were my introduction to his whole world, they hold a very special place. They're very like emotional for me. And I like started reading the books like after I watched, it was probably like Two Towers, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So like I was kind of simultaneously reading and watching. And like, yeah, like Peter changed things, but I think he did it in a way where there's just this like sense of like magic, and again, like it evokes this emotion. And
So,
I think he gets
yeah.
to like the core of what Tolkien's writing was about with that particular story, because Rings of Power is it's a different feel, because I understand like where the source material is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
So like the Silmarillion is pretty much like, I call it like the Bible of his world, because he talks about from like the beginning of existence, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Like his gods and spirits and all that.
Yeah.
So it's like it's like reading the Bible for
Yeah.
Tolkien's world, and it's
Right.
2 years to read that book. It's not an easy read, even for someone who's really into it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like I just feel very disconnected from this show. Like I think they're trying to push things that it's like, okay, like, and then they're doing things that it's like, I don't know. I mean, I'm watching it, but I'm not like, this is again, it looks great, but even that too.
Yeah. I mean, it's going back to like some of the arguments we have with Star Wars. Like, it just lacks the soul of the original stuff. It just there's no chemistry. There's no like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing.
And well, I guess because you're not, is that okay? Yeah. So you're at.
I think I'm on the 4th episode, maybe.
When the eagle comes to Farazon. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
I do like that they're doing kind of, I call it the Rogue One or Guardian of Galaxies. I like that they show the names of the places that they're at. I think that's super cool.
Yeah.
I like that. I think that's great. I mean, I do like some of the acting, but at the end of the day, I just feel like either you're trying to go all over the place, and it's just like, stay with one plot for a little bit, and then tease something else. I don't know. It just seems like, I know. Like I said, I'm trying to get caught up.
Upsetting because like I want to like it because it's a thing that it's a
Yeah, it's Lord of the
world,
Rings.
it's a fandom that I enjoy, but I just and like everyone's like, oh, everybody's a hater, everybody's a hater. Like, I'm not like
I'm not.
hating
No.
per se. Like this is just how I feel when I watch it. That's
Mm-hmm.
all.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm not knocking the actors. I'm not knocking like what the actors look like. I'm not knocking the production. Like that's all that's all
yeah,
that's all up to speed. But
yeah.
it's just yeah, I don't know. Like to me, like Peter Jackson's films, yes, like are they flawed? I'm not saying they're like perfect, right? Every movie has
Mm-hmm.
flaws. I mean, they're
Mm-hmm.
near perfection. Let's just say that. But
They are kind of near. Right. Right.
yeah. But I don't know. It's like I guess I don't know. I guess it's relevant with
I-
the like you were saying earlier, right? Like the Dark Empire story. Now we look at it, we're like, oh, they pulled all this stuff from this comic, right?
right.
You know?
Yeah, we were just like that 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. So sometimes I feel like I could be a little bit
Yeah.
hypocritical. And I call myself out for it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I don't know. Like there's just I watch it just to watch it. Because it's Lord of the Rings. You know? It's kind of like that. Whereas like that trilogy, that movie, like I put it on and it's been what 23 years now that it's been out, which is insane to think about. 23 years, and every single time I have the same reactions to all three movies. I cry, I laugh, like
right.
you know what I mean? Like I just
that's what I'm saying. It lacks soul. It lacks a soul.
Picture.
I am not emotionally invested in any of these characters.
Yeah.
That's what it boils down to. That's what it boils down to.
That I do kind of like what they're doing is with the Harfoots, because that does track with like how the hobbits come to be hobbits.
Yeah.
And you'll see once you catch up.
I'm trying. I was a little behind.
There's another thing that they do, and we'll talk about it when you're up to speed. Which
okay.
Everyone's like, oh, see, Peter Jackson didn't do this particular thing, and everyone's like, and I'm like, what are you trying to dig at, PJ? Like,
yeah. Don't come at my boy.
It's a certain thing in the books that everybody loves, and it wasn't in his films, and everybody like hates on it. And now it's in the show. It's like, but like, and it's not even like that. Again, it's like not even that great. Like I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like heresy for what I'm saying or whatever.
How many episodes do we know? How many episodes is Ring of Power? Is it 8? Dude, so what? Okay. When did seasons become just 8 episodes?
When episodes started costing like $30 million each to make.
What? Where's our sitcoms that were like 32 episodes or?
And I think this is. Didn't you? We were talking about like the most expensive TV show, isn't it? This is the most expensive.
I think it is. So it is 8.
I believe so. Yeah.
All right.
I'll. There's 2 more left after because it drops on Thursdays. So
okay.
There's 2 more left after today.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try to get caught up here, but. All right. So Ring of Power. Anything else going on there?
Well, I actually haven't actively been doing anything with it, but my embroidery has been sitting for a very long time. People and remember that?
Yeah.
No, I've been slacking so bad, and I just have not been in the headspace to sit with it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I gotta get.
Dude, I just hate sometimes Instagram and whatever. I'm just like, I see these cosplayers and they got something new, and I'm just like, God, yeah, like where are you getting this time, people? I have no time for fun stuff like that, just drives me crazy. I hate a little bit. It's like,
Tedious.
oh,
Yeah. I'm thinking that now that the weather will be cooling down,
yeah,
like the urge to be outside, all the time is gonna
right, right, right,
increase. So
right. You're gonna hunker down. Like we're gonna get this done.
yeah. So I have one more panel. Like I'm almost there, and the rest of the costume is like easier, right? Than
Right.
sitting with this embroidery. I'm like toying with the idea of potentially having someone finish the rest of it for me because I've just spent so much time on this. I'm kind of like burning out with it.
That's not a good
So
place to be.
no, it's not. But at least I
Yeah.
could like I wanted to say, hey, I did the embroidery for this.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm willing to reimburse for somebody who does very well with costume making and sewing and because I just don't know if I'm gonna have the time to finish the rest of it.
Call Jen. Be like, Jen, I need you.
Yeah. I know there's a few people who I'm considering like approaching and asking if they would do it. So yeah, but
I hear
gotta
you.
get it done because it's a really nice costume.
I know.
Get it approved and wear it. So
right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then I am trooping this weekend. I have not trooped in quite some time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think July was the last time I trooped.
What? And you're calling yourself a Rebel Legion leader?
Hey, no.
Hey, man. Life gets busy, man.
I mean, we are literally at like the top of Jersey, and there aren't a lot of events like in our area. Everything is at least an hour away. So
New York,
like, or even just going like into Jersey, like other parts.
Oh, right, yeah.
So, but the one I'm doing this weekend is a autism walk. So,
fun.
That'll be
Who you dressing up as?
I'm debating either wearing Ray or my Jawa, depending on my mood when I wake up and if I want to do it with my hair or not. Because like Leia, it's always like, do I have the time to get up?
Time to do it.
2 hours prior to when I have to leave to get it done, like prepped.
Right.
I was like, because we have to. I think we have to be there at like 8 a.m. on Saturday. I'm like, no, Leia is not. Happening.
The buns are not coming out.
Not happening. So.
I gotcha. Yeah. Very good. Well, we talked about Ring of Power, so I've been watching Ring of Power. So yeah, doing that. Not too much else going on. Trent and I are still doing our rewatch of MCU and finished Dark World. I haven't seen Thor Dark World probably since the theater when I saw it. I did a one and done with that one. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. Natalie Portman clearly, was phoned that one in. It's not the best, but like, it's so funny because like when I'm watching, I was like, I have no recollection of this film. Like, it was kind of funny. So it was all kind of new to me. I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know about this.
With, Christopher Eccleston, right?
Yep.
One of the, I forget what they're called. The alien things.
Yeah, the alien things. Dark elves or dark.
Yes.
Yeah. So, it's not horrible, but it's not the best. It's clearly one of the lower ones on the old MCU thing, but But yeah, so we're watching that, which has been cool. And yeah, I really didn't have. I mean, not too geeky. I'm with you. Like, not really geeky this week. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm gonna catch up. I'm gonna catch up on Ring of Power because I'm trying. I'm like, okay, I gotta get caught up here. So
Yeah, when you do,
I'll let you know.
holla. 'Cause
Holla.
chat.
We'll get the side chat going. Like, okay, all right. Well, so there you go. That's Cantina Chat. Oh, this is the worst part of the show. We gotta end. We gotta wrap this up. Wrapping it up. That's so sad. So, thanks again for listening to another episode of WSTR Galactic Public Access. You can find us on the socials. We're part of Red 5 Network. You can find us at WSTR Media. All one word, all lowercase, all that fun stuff. You can comment, tweet, rate us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your fine podcasts. Give us a rating. Tell us we're awesome, and we'll throw swag right in your face. We'd love to do that. We have a whole back catalog of episodes that's going to be found at podcast.wstrmedia.com. Hey, we got merch, store.wstrmedia.com. And if you want to support us in a different way, patreon.com/WSTRmedia. Thanks for hanging out on YouTube chat. We had a little technical difficulties, but we pulled it through. Livestream.wstrmedia.com. You can find us there every week-ish from 8 to 30 and beyond, or 9:30 Eastern for our Eastern folks, or what that would be for. Geez, I can't even do math. 6:30, West Coast early birds there. Hey, you can email us at mailbox@wstrmedia.com. Tell us what you think of Brutus or Max Rebo Lego, or is Cal Kestis going to die? We want to hear from you. So mailbox@wstrmedia.com, or you can dial the phone number, boop, 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 630-557-WSTR. That's 630-557-9787. Operators are standing by to take your voicemail. Go on a whole riff about Dark Empire. We don't care. We would love to play it. So, next week, we're returning back to Rishi Species. We're looking at another Cantina alien from A New Hope. A Tals. Also, this one, you know what this one is, right there, Carla? Yes. Maybe.
Is it like the first guy that we see that pops his head up?
No, it's the guy with the little moof.
Oh, it's
moof. Tals. The moof talak. Moof talk.
Yeah.
We got Moof Talk and Cabe. Cabe's our other little alien guy. Moof Talk and Cabe are. Give me the beer, please.
That's me at the bar.
I was going to say, Carl, is that you at the bar? Like, give me the beer. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Atals. We're going to talk about them next week. You won't want to miss that. Carla, there's only one way to end this episode. Now, this is podcasting. Go clone yourself.